Welcome back everyone, thank you for clicking on the video. Today I will be going over a beginner rogue build in Diablo 4 that will help you crush enemies and fly through the main story. This build focuses on damage over time and stacking as much poisoning damage as we possibly can. Poison is great, especially when you're first starting the game. The damage over time works really well for crowds, tougher enemies, and even bosses. This build is aimed at world tiers 1 and 2. It's a great setup to help you get started with the game, and over time, as the power of your rogue increases, more opportunities will open to min-max the build for endgame. The general strategy for this build starts with your choice between two skills. Now, the order doesn't matter much, but to get the most optimal performance, I like to initiate my combo attacks with the Caltrops. This skill is obtained around level 10 and is easily one of the best starting rogue skills in Diablo 4. Now, the Caltrops unlock the ability to leap backwards and throw traps on the ground, dealing 234 damage when fully upgraded and slowing down enemies by 65%. I love that this skill has two charges. That means you can drop two different traps, opening up opportunities for funneling enemies and slowing them down to unleash as much damage on them as possible. The next skill I'm using is the Poison Trap, which synergizes really well with the Caltrops. After I drop my Caltrops on the ground, I like to follow it up with these Poison Traps. The Caltrops make the Poison Trap more effective because the Caltrops slow enemies down. This means more damage over time. Poison Trap allows you to place a trap on the ground that applies 2,509 poisoning damage over 9 seconds. You can place up to 4 traps on the ground, and the cooldown is under 10 seconds, which means you can utilize these traps very often. My main damage skill for this rogue build is Rapid Fire. This is one of the most effective damage skills for the rogue when you are first starting the game. This skill allows you to rapidly fire 5 arrows, each dealing 167 damage once fully upgraded. Since this skill is imbuable, you can make it even stronger by applying either Poison, Shadow, or Chill. For this build specifically, we are going to be taking advantage of the Poison Imbuement skill. This skill imbues your weapon with lethal poison. Your next two imbuable skills deal poison damage and apply 180% of their base damage as additional poisoning damage over the course of 6 seconds. Since Rapid Fire and Poison Imbuement are the main damage skills on this build, I felt it was necessary to increase the power of this skill. I went ahead and added Enhanced Poison Imbuement, which increases poisoning duration by 1 second. I also added Blended Poison Imbuement, which allows me to deal an extra 75% poisoning damage every time I land a successful critical strike. This skill is going to melt through enemy health bars, especially tough bosses with a lot of HP. To further increase the power of my poison abilities, I fully upgraded the Deadly Venom skill, which increases your poisoning damage by 9%. Now, you can also nerf enemies that you are attacking by activating the Debilitating Toxins modifier, which decreases the damage enemies deal to you by 15% once fully upgraded. The basic skill that I'm using on this build is Invigorating Strike. This is the first skill you will unlock and is really only used as a utility to increase energy regeneration. Invigorating Strike allows you to melee attack an enemy, dealing 158 damage and increasing energy regeneration by 20% for 3 seconds. So whenever you find yourself in a situation where you need your energy to come back faster, it's as easy as attacking an enemy with just one melee attack. The strongest skill on this build is Rain of Arrows. This ultimate skill has a cooldown of almost 1 whole minute, but once it's ready, it can cause some serious AoE damage and clear out pretty much every enemy on the screen. With this skill, arrows rain down over a large area 2 different times, each wave dealing 435 damage. Since poison is the primary focus on this build, I recommend unlocking the Prime Rain of Arrows modifier. With this modifier, imbuement skill effects applied by Rain of Arrows have 20% increased potency. This means every time you apply poison to your weapon before activating Rain of Arrows, your poison potency is increased by 20%. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you want to see more Diablo 4 videos just like this one, I highly recommend subscribing to the channel. I have a huge series planned for the channel, and I'm looking forward to exploring the best and most powerful setups for every class in Diablo 4. Let me know in the comments below what class you're choosing first. and feel free to share any build setups with us in the comment section below. If you want to support the channel, a thumbs up on this video would be very much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on those bell notifications so you are notified every time I drop a new video.